Think about the leaders that you follow, that you are ready to walk through fire for. They all have one thing in common. You know that they have your back and that their word is a bond. Now think about the leaders that you resist, avoid, or either not ready to follow, even though that they're better strategists, better decision makers, more socially connected and everything, but rather there's always something missing. And that one element that is missing is trust, that is keeping you from following them. That is trust. My name is Tariq Khattak, and we're going to talk about the foundations of leadership. Before being given the revelation, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was called Al-Amin and As-Sadiq by the people of Makkah, where he lived for 40 years. The truthful and the trustworthy. They entrusted their own valuables with him, even though they were enemies. They resisted his message when he brought the revelation to them. On the day of Mount Safa, when he asked every single soul standing in front of them from Makkah, that if I tell you that there was an army approaching from behind the mountains, would you believe me? And all of them unanimously said, yes, we would, because we have never found you to lie. That trust or that leadership element was earned. It wasn't a title. And that was a result of the consistent behavior for 40 years while living with the same people. And it wasn't in the grandeur of gestures and everything, but rather it was in the smallest of things, by keeping promises, never telling a lie, and being selfless about it. Fast forward today, Kouzes Posner in the Leadership Challenge they say that it's the sincerity, the integrity, the trust that is actually the foundation of leadership. Maxwell said that leadership is influence. Influence without trust is manipulation. In corporate setup, we call it psychological safety. In families, we call it loyalty. In nations, we call it social capital. But it's all the same thing. It's trust. And here's a fun fact, actually. Trust isn't built in the biggest of elements, as I said before, but rather in the smallest of gestures, when nobody's looking, nobody's watching, there's nobody to make you accountable for. It's being more selfless about it. It's being more having the purest of intentions to serve someone. Imam Ghazali spoke of ikhlas, sincerity, the root of trust. If you're sincere, your intentions are pure, people would feel it. If you're transactional, people would sense it. You can never fake sincerity, because your body language, every single word that is coming out of your mouth would reek of fakeness. Allama Iqbal said, खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना कि हर तकदीर से पहले खुदा बंदे से खुद पूछे बता तेरी रजा क्या है. He says that you need to raise your standards and values to such a level where before every destiny, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would himself ask, tell, what is your will? That is actually self-trust. Standing for something. Being steadfast on the very values and principles that you believe in. And being selfless about it. And when you trust yourself, you get more clarity. You get to tend to communicate your message in a better manner in clarity. People tend to follow you in a more clear way because they can relate to you, they can resonate with you, and they can see their future and mission that actually aligns with your goals. And you can increase your followers. That's magnetic. That's leadership, actually. So here's your first 1-degree shift for you. Keep a promise, no matter small. If you've told someone that you'll call at 3 p.m., do call at 3 p.m. If you promised someone that you would show up tomorrow, do show up tomorrow. Keep your promises. That actually builds trust and certainty, because people would know who you are. They would know your personality, and they would start relating to you, and they would start banking towards you, and they would know that you have their back. A single gesture once doesn't mean anything. It's a feeling, it's an emotion that goes away. Consistent behavior with people within the society, within the family, within the companies, within a nation, actually, with clarity and the right communication tools and the integrity, bracket by the integrity itself, builds followers. At Parvaz Foundation, we are building a movement of ethical leadership. We're trying to build ethical leaders who would actually keep their word, because when leaders keep their word, families heal, companies thrive, and nations rise. Because we believe that whatever you do, you need to be elevated in values in such a way that tomorrow the world will know you. Zamana janega. Thank you very much.